Hey guys, I wanted to put something together to show everyone some of the best ways to find information for PSO2 on their own, and to get an idea of where I get my information as well. So, getting right to it, in my opinion, the Phantasy Starfleet Discord server is probably the best resource you can have. First off, its NA guide section has links to everything I'm going to be mentioning in this video, and lots more, such as class guides, builds, affix simulators, as well as quick rundowns on stuff like mags, grinding weapons to 35, and even the most optimal way to get to 75. There's then a section for advice and questions, and one to find parties too. On top of all that, they even have an urgent quest countdown timer right on the side. Now, the possibly most important part of this Discord server is that it has years of information at your disposal that you can find in the search menu, as most of the questions you have already been asked and have answers that are ready to be found. I personally use this every day, multiple times a day, especially when I need to check obscure facts for weird builds you guys ask me about. Though do be mindful of how you approach the info you find here, just like you would find information anywhere, as it can go outdated or even be incorrect. So just try to do some double checking. The next tool I think just about every NA player should have bookmarked is Synth's Dictionary. And this will help with Discord searches and much more too, as it's a compilation of all the JP fan translated terminology and then the corresponding official NA version names. This will make all of the info out there much more accessible to everyone, as it may be hard to find out about a certain skill or item, but by searching the other name it used to go by, you can then find a wealth of info about it. Or the reverse, where there are lots of very well thought out and comprehensive written guides out there that are disregarded simply because they use slightly different terminology. Just pick the topic of whatever you're looking for, and then search for it. And I hope most of you knew about this, but if you didn't, you can search a page in just about any web browser with Ctrl F. One thing to keep in mind though is that if there is a fan translation but no official NA name, that means that thing is not yet in the NA version of the game. Moving on, we have the ARC's Visiphone wikis, and when I say wikis, there's a JP and an NA version. Like any other wiki, up top you'll find plenty of drop-down menus with lots of subcategories, and your usual search bar. I personally treat this like a Bible at times, as it just has so much information and some nicely put together charts and tables on there too. Occasionally, there may be something slightly outdated that someone forgot about or hasn't gotten to updating yet, but it's usually pretty spot on. Currently, the JP Wiki has a lot more info on it, but they pretty much both work the same, and the NA version will be caught up soon enough too. Luckily, you can use the dictionary I just mentioned with the JP version if you can't find whatever you're looking for on the NA one. The last thing I wanted to show was the skill simulator you might have seen in my other videos. When first landing on this page, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have everything checked off like this on the top right. This way you will get the proper official NA skill names and also see all of the skill descriptions and effects per skill level. After that, the only things you need to mainly concern yourself with are selecting a class or class pairing, and then make sure to select the appropriate level bracket. For reference, at level 75, with all of the client order skill points, you can have a maximum of 89 skill points. After that's chosen, scroll down and make sure you're on the right tree, which will be indicated by a gold icon for a main class and a silver icon for a subclass, if you chose one. Then just get right to it by simply clicking how many points you want in each skill. You can conversely take out all points in a skill by clicking on the skill icon too. Though, do be careful when doing this however, as taking out all of the points of a skill higher up in the tree could result in taking out everything below it because of how skill trees work. Also, keep in mind that scrolling while over a skill will also increase or decrease its level too. I only mention this because a few times when I went to save a build to share with others, I realized I had points in skills I didn't want, which I got when I used to scroll up on the site. So just be careful with that and double check before saving, which you can actually do up here on the right, along with a bunch of other things, like naming your builds, saving them into different slots, and even getting shareable links. Those were just the most important tools I thought you should know about and that I personally use the most. There's a bunch of other useful sites out there that I'll be leaving in the description too, but again, they are also on the Discord server too. I hope this makes everyone's lives a little bit easier. Take care.